We're rolling.
For the real session.
This is where it gets real, folks. Going up to Lermo's room.
This is the true session.
This is the true session.
In my pockets, right?
I better save my batteries.
That's Paul. He beat us all.
High def. Hope he's got a big suite. 426.
426. Ooh, no eyeball.
Do I have the wrong room?
Nope. Housekeeping.
Bitcha.
Beach it indeed. Hey kids,
Now you got a little traffic, huh?
the true session begins.
Today.
It's great.
Wow.
Let's get it
look at
on.
this thing.
White thing come. This is my. I'm trying to build a fucking IPA that works.
And so that's what you have here?
Like 1.5 ounces here.
First beer from Time for Another. Look at that.
There it is.
Look at, I can see Larry right through that. That is cool. House of Fun.
Yeah. You smell the cat funk?
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, righty.
Yeah.
So this is. That's how we from the fucking brewer's notes.
Fantastic nose on that.
It's not even clean.
This is. I should have started with the dirty one first. That would have been a good idea. I like it really short. Dirty.
Dirty.
It's got Columbus, Amarillo, Citra, and Cascade in it.
Yeah.
So there's no Nelson in it.
No, and no Simcoe.
There's Simcoe and dry.
You did say Simcoe? Well, that's where the Cappy's
Yeah,
coming
no,
from.
there's Simcoe in the dry hopping,
Yep.
and it's just pale ale and pils and a little tiny bit of pale crystal.
Sweet. It's a gorgeous color, gorgeous
It is.
clarity. Oh, that's a pounder. Nice, crisp, clean finish, man.
And then it's 5.6.
Mm-hmm.
5.6.
Yep, I had this one up at Steve's.
See, was it 5.6?
I think that's what you said.
Team.
Mine vary.
That's tasty.
Everyone's a little off.
1060.
I mean, my New Zealand's supposed to be 7.5, but that other one came out like over 8.5 or something.
Oops.
Yeah, so there was 10 different yeasts, and I cannot remember. I have to pull. I've got my notes home. When we pulled this on, but this is one of the 10.
So, okay, I went to White Labs and they actually had a beer that they actually put all 96 strains in one beer. They called it Frankenstout. But
No
they didn't
way.
have it on tap when I went there.
In the same.
In the same
Wow.
So what happens in that? Because we were talking about pitching two different types of yeast and one taking over, being the dominant strain. I wonder what happens when we put 96 in.
There's a little bit of a battle going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're just fighting each
The
other.
off flavors keep changing.
Yeah. They just continually. It's like constantly evolving.
That was
Yeah.
Chris Knight, we did a Heffy, and he actually said there was two different Heffy yeast that he wanted us to use because it was his conglomeration. So maybe that's the reason why he got a job with Victory. He was actually the one that was designing a lot of the O'Connor beers, and he wasn't even the head brewer. He was just like hanging out.
So the thing that's weird with this one is like when you first taste it, you get that spice because I think I did the German yeast. You get
Is it time for football?
You get
I keep on going for my phone.
I know that. Did you see me when you were yours? I was like, but then at the end, I get a cider taste. I don't know if you guys get that, but I
On
get
this? I'm getting that a little bit.
it's at the end. It's
This reminds me of the I did that Ed Wertz Applevine from Homebrew Talk. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
He's one of their big posters. He posts a lot, member forever, and he's got a bunch of recipes up there. And it's a kind of a traditional German style apple wine, and it's just apple juice and some dextrose and champagne yeast. You let it go.
That's the best way to do
And
it.
you just let it sit, and at 6 months in the primary, pull it out, and it's rocking.
That's what I did
It
for
is
my
rocking.
for my 13 apples that came out at 13%.
Yep.
Just fucking
It
apple
finishes
juice,
at point-
dextrose,
yep.
and champagne.
That's
You
it.
go.
That's all you need. Go, boys.
Yeah.
You just let it sit and chug, and it'll bubble for
Yeah.
2 months.
And you gotta let it sit
And
for
then you
a
gotta
good
let it-
couple of years for it to fucking really mellow
Really
out.
take off, yeah.
Yeah.
At 6 months, it was totally different than when I first checked it at.
I did pretty much the same thing except for adding like a pound of brown sugar in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know SJ puts like cinnamon and brown sugar in his ciders.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I normally put a little bit of cinnamon.
Do you?
I don't think I've ever done the brown sugar.
This-
I've only made it like 2 or 3 times.
This recipe is dead simple and it's super cheap. I just wait. I watch for the gallons to go on sale,
Yeah.
and I did one with just the Walmart brand apple juice. Perfect. It was actually better than the one I paid the extra money for.
It's
I need
it's
to
like
do
a
your
panty
raspberry.
dropper cider.
Yeah, it is.
Because
True.
Oh,
Yeah.
the panty dropper.
Ooh,
I like
panty
the other name
dropper.
for it,
This
but I
is
don't
what-
want to say it on
That's all
camera.
dudes right now.
This is the 13%.
We will be keeping our boxer briefs on for the filming of this video.
This is the stuff that got me fucked up at SJ.
This is the stuff that got me fucked up at Larry's and again at my house.
It leads you into this false sense of security. You think you can drink anything after this. It's like, oh, this is like rehydrating between drinks.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I'll have a beer, I'll have a big glass of this. I'll have a beer, I'll have a big glass of this.
Yeah, right?
It's scary. Huh?
How is that 13%?
That doesn't even taste. That
Everyone-
doesn't even taste like apple juice or juice or any plain
This
juice.
is-
That just tastes like
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
This is fucking date rape juice.
Yeah,
What
isn't
is
that
it?
what you
Date
call
lemonade.
it? Date rape lemonade. That's the
This is
name.
a cherry lime. Everyone that actually sees my video, they're like, "Oh, I gotta make this. I gotta make this." But you don't know it until you really try
Yeah.
it. How easy it does go down,
Fucked up you get.
What do you think?
or how
Oh, I'm making this.
I'm making this. That's exactly it. When I first tried it, I was saying, "Oh yeah,
I'm making
that."
this, and then when people come to my house, I'm taking their keys. Yeah.
Yeah.
You bring some beers, you can have a couple of these.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I was thinking about I'm trying to figure out a way to do some wife bribery with this. So, you clean the house, and I'll brew you a 10-gallon batch. Something. I don't know. I didn't work that out.
That has no taste
edit-
to
I'll
it,
edit that out.
alcohol-wise, at all.
I know. Dangerous.
That's my goal, is not to have an alcohol taste.
This is now I've talked about this with quite a few people, and then we did this up at SJ's. Is that drinking beers that are really, really high in ABV and you cannot taste that ABV is probably the best benchmark of a good brew. Right?
Mhm.
If you can hide that ABV in there and you're not pulling out those.
I want you guys
beers
to try that.
All right, then let me pull mine out.
We're
let's
we're
find
trying
out.
this one later.
Yeah, I got a
True.
vanilla bourbon
I
porter.
truly do.
It tastes like alcohol.
The bourbon helps.
Yeah, that's true.
You already know the ABV. We'll see if they can pick it on this one
All right,
later.
all right. I'm excited. Cheers, Gary.
It's your beer.
Yeah, I
Let's get into that.
Let me take a picture of that for you.
We got to take a little footage of this.
I mean,
This little case here.
you have it in the fermenter, like cooled down and
How
everything.
awesome is that?
Within like 45 minutes. So
And he's a hippie dude. It's like, what are you fucking brewing with meat for? Oh, meat's fucking good. He had a Randall.
Well, he's not a vegetarian, obviously.
No, he's not.
He's randling with meat.
He did a Randall with bacon hocks in it for the bacon beer, and
No
he's on a hand
shit.
pump and he's pulling it through. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So we went to the bar. It was International Bacon Day. This was the Thursday before I left to come over here, and I went into the bar, Rogan Vagabond, which is just a funky little place. And he's launching his beer, and he's got the Burton Ale on one hand pull and the bacon ale on the other hand pull. Exactly the same recipe, apart from the hops and the hocks. And then on the bacon one, he's pulling it through a Randall, and it's just an old water filter that he's just turned upside down and chucked bacon hocks in it. And pulling it through, he's like, oh, fuck, this is good. And then Gwillem, the owner of Rogan Vagabond, brings out this big tray of deep fried southern bacon, where he got southern thin crumb and battered all the bacon and then deep fried it and brought it out, and he's going, munch, 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 munch. Then the bacon beer, they're dolloping vanilla ice cream on top of it and making a piggy float. And it's like, fucking hell!
Oh yeah.
So, in saying that, Kerry Gray from Choice Bros, he has a Aotearoa Old Ale, and it's 11.9%. So it's not a barley wine or anything like that. It's just an old ale at 12% ABV. And he's got a music matching for No Quarter by The Tool. And this was the first beer that I tasted that has ever had a music matching, and it worked really, really well.
We don't have the Tool version, but we've
So
got something close.
We've got Led Zeppelin version. That's what I put on my video. I put Led Zeppelin because like I'm old school. Even though I like Tool. Now, I suspected that Kerry was going to win with this beer because I know what Kerry can brew. He's done a couple of commercial brews since brewing this, and this beer I thought, yeah, it's going to work. But so many people were like, I'm not too sure about it. It says it's an old ale and it says it's 13% and 12%, but I can't taste any alcohol. So I score it down.
How do you score it down for that? That's a plus.
People don't understand. They don't understand.
I do not understand.
It's a plus for me.
So I had 2 bottles of this that Kerry graciously provided me so that I could bring over. SJ's already had one.
That's why when you always never put on a judge thing.
Well, you're
If it's not there, don't put it because they'll look for it.
right.
Oh, that's easy.
They say it should taste like it has 8%
Yeah.
or 13% or 150%. Oh wait, that's too many percents.
Oh, there's more coming.
Yep. If they say,
We got 1, 2, 3.
oh, it's supposed to have this. Well, I don't taste it, so I'm gonna.
Let me get a shot of that label. It's a lovely color.
It's a good color.
Sweet.
Hold on, I'll the camera still. I'll do this. Thank you, sir.
That was sun tanning.
That's your. This is a coconut IPA. R&R's homebrew recipe. And it's 8.6%.
It's coconut rum. It's just
Yeah.
like a coconut rum.
Yeah.
Oh, real.
And the hops have now faded a little bit, and the coconut's still present. That's,
Yeah, the coconut
crazy.
is like outstanding.
Yeah, that's the best coconut I've had in a beer for a long time. Hell, first coconut I've had in a beer.
Really?
Yeah, you had the coconut porter from there. There's actually
It's different, right?
GABF somewhere in there.
I saw it on the list.
Mine's got floaties.
It's initial coconut, and then you get that bitterness.
I've actually got all the ingredients for this beer, so this is one that's getting made.
Yeah.
This is what. Sorry, this is what Tony did. This was Tony.
This is Ryan Rashan did he did the original recipe, him and a buddy,
Yep.
and then they put it into Stone's homebrewing competition last year, and they won it. And then Stone brewed it commercially and distributed it to all their markets.
That's where I've tasted before when we did the Stone tap takeover.
Yep.
And-
But
well,
their version didn't have nearly the coconut that
it didn't.
the
Oh, yeah,
homebrew
it
does.
was,
It was-
that as well.
Right.
It was actually a good IPA.
It was a good IPA.
Just then the coconut didn't shine.
It didn't have that because I don't think they can dry hop coconut the same way that you can, because this is in the corny. The big bag of coconut, which is about a pound of coconut,
Yep.
toasted coconut, is in the keg the whole time you're serving it. And these were some of the last bottles from that keg as it's running out. So
Now I saw Ryan at Iron Fist last year when I was in San Diego, and he said that he was kind of disappointed with the coconut flavor that came out of it.
Yeah.
That it was way more strong.
the homebrewed version, yeah.
The homebrew. Well, that was one of the things because I'm not a beer judge, but I've learned a lot with this competition because we had the BJCP you could go on the guideline and you could say, okay, and you review it before you actually drink the beer, and then you pop it open. And it's like, okay, and then I know I have a background. I mean, I'm not a beer judge.
No, but you are a beer judge because you're brewing beer. You know, Nate, where this comes from.
I believe so.
Okay, they're a sponsor of the SJ Port Challenge 2014. Mike is an exceptional brewer who has exceeded his quotas on what he's meant to be doing on brewing. He's been brewing for a year, and his projections on what he was going to make is 300% past it. So he's increasing his brewery. You know? Boom! He's getting
Brewing
bigger and bigger
capacities,
all the time. His
yeah.
capacity is just fucking growing. Now Mike has an X factor. He brews 4 beers which are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, and they're entry level phenomenal. So somebody's drinking it, a Steinlager drinker or a Heineken drinker is drinking it, and then they drink his beer and they go, oh yeah, I can relate to that. So he's entering into a market that really, really works. Every now and then he pokes his finger into the extreme. This one here is one of the extremes. He did the Vandal to start off with, which is based on John Ross's hot rod, because Mike had a hot rod. He sold it so that he could buy his brewery, along with every single other fucking thing he owned. Dumped it all into the brewery, and he's working well.
Fantastic.
The Vandal was rebuilt as Black Sabbath. So they stripped it down and they made it into Black Sabbath, the new hot rod.
I remember.
And so this is the new beer that he made after Vandal. He ran out of room in the mash tun for the grains on this puppy. There's no way in the world he said he was ever going to brew this shit again because he ran out of fucking room. Everything was spilling over. It was so hard to do. He does, however, have a case of it, a pallet of it, sitting in the brewery that he's going to crack out every now and then. And I got a case of it that I've hidden away and brought around to share. But
Fantastic.
it's a phenomenal beer.
And I'm going to buy the bottle from you.
I just want to strip the label off. He can keep the bottle.
We're gonna
Going
cage
up,
match for the bottle later. Coming up on.
Next week's Homebrew Wednesday, yeah. Dude. Look at the color. Oh,
Now this is an American barley wine.
labels back.
that's an American
Yeah,
barley
yeah,
wine.
label-
Sitting at
labels are okay.
11%.
Say that again?
An American barley wine at 11%.
God, it pours beautiful.
Oh yeah.
There's no light coming through that.
We had it,
Dark fruits immediate.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Immediate.
Dark fruits.
Feel good, Paul. Feel good.
With dark malts too.
Yep.
A little bit of roast.
hang on. Right,
Did you get
just gotta
it?
get a little, yeah, I've got a glass here.
Okay.
Okay, I just got to get a shot. Okay, so we are drinking. That is for Mike, one of the outstanding gold sponsors of the SJ Port Challenge 2014.
Cheers.
And he brews the Black Sabbath, which is an amazing beer. I'm sitting here with a bunch of American guys who are home brewers. So we've got Larry from BH Brewing, we've got Nate from Under the Table Brewing, we've got Larry from Lamo 22, and we've got Rick because he's the best mofo that we have here.
He knows good beer.
And oh my god, me, and I've tasted this before. It's quite good. So
The aroma alone,
Roast. It's got
the roast,
It's got
the,
roast.
the
It's got
character on
deep,
that,
Dark fruit.
dark plums, prune, a little bit of prune. Oh,
now, Larry, you had it
I had it last weekend.
like last weekend.
On Saturday.
I get
4
chocolate
days ago.
covered raisins. Chocolate covered raisins.
There's no bite.
Zero
There's
alcohol.
no bite for
no
11%. There is no bite.
Incredibly smooth.
No bite. Has a light vanilla at the end too.
I want a recipe for this. I'll brew it at home.
You run out of mash tun room.
I'll just
Like
build a
really-
bigger mash tun.
It's like a real low medium mouthfeel, and it's got like a nice smooth slickness that just.
That finish is so nice.
In one of my videos, I think you've seen me go up to the fucking brewery and we had a tasting out of the fermenter. And it was like,
Yes.
yeah, and he said, oh yeah, it's got a little bit of a pencil taste on it and it's not quite ready yet, we just got to keep it going.
Well, like
It was
graphite pencil?
Fucking phenomenal. That was December 2013.
This isn't even a year old.
This is the
It's not
best
even a year
beer
old yet.
I think I've had in 6 months.
It's pretty fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got to get on Untapped right now. I'm going to shut the camera off. This is exceptional. Exceptional. And thank you for your
Yes.
your
Thanks for transporting it.
Yes.
thank you, Paul, for bringing it, and thanks to Panhead for being a sponsored
Sponsor.
challenge this year, and Mike specifically.
Michael Nielsen.
Michael Nielsen, thank you for brewing an exceptional beer, and please keep doing what you're doing.
And we love the labels and hot rods.
Fantastic stuff.
And I'm getting a bottle. $5 guys for it.
And I'm gonna go get a Rat Fink tattoo as soon as I can.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get some rat fink tattoos tonight.
Solid.
No, I absolutely.
SJ Pour, wish
SJ
you were here,
Pour.
man. We are drinking some New Zealand IPAs.
Balin's, you probably already had it.
Yeah.
Balin's Brewery.
Bailey Brewery.
Balin's Brewery, all the way from the New Zealand.
Do the eyes a little. Who's this guy? You see who that is, SJ? That's right, it's BH, baby.
The Godfather right there.
Yeah. Cheers.
This is Balin's Brewery. Black. Sorry, Enforcer.
This is Balin Brewery's Enforcer Black IPA. All the way from New Zealand. Via Paul Wicksteed. Time for another one. Wait, what's that? He's speechless? Speechless.
This is Balin's Brewery Enforcer Black IPA by Aidan Styles
Yes.
from Wellington in New Zealand. So let's give this beer a crack.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ooh, hops.
Oh yeah.
Hops.
There'd be some hops in this little puppy.
Oh yes. Hops.
Aidan does this as a he does it as a wort kit as well. A no chill. We do a no chill wort kit.
We put it in a 20-litre jerry tin, and then someone can take it away and they can add some. They add the yeast and the dry hopping as we need it.
$50.
The Australian way.
How the hell did he get my recipe? That's what I've got to know. I need to know that. You've had my beer.
You got it.
Oh, I'm running out of battery power.
I haven't drank this yet. But the nose is scary. Scary close. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Aiden. Cheers, Aiden.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Looking forward to this one. Smells awesome. Mm-hmm. Not the same beer.
No, it's very similar to mine though.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Can you say American Amarillo? Yeah? Reaction?
There's not a harshness. There's not like
Nothing.
There's not like with that black. It doesn't have that burnt harshness. It's very smooth. The hops don't carry through like as in a bitterness. It's really smooth. It's got a very nice aroma right off the bat though. Like you think a big hit. But you get a hop bite right off the top, and then it fades really quick, which is really nice, especially in a black IPA because it doesn't have that black husk taste to it.
Right. Yeah, it's not meant to have any astringency to it. It's meant to be an IPA that's just dark.
Which is something I was going for in mine. I was looking for a little bit of roast.
Yep. Which if you covered my eyes and you gave this to me, I wouldn't think it was a black IPA.
No. Awesome.
Yeah.
Hoppy porter?
I wouldn't.
Or a light IPA?
I honestly just if it was given to me as a black gold, I wouldn't even think it had any.
You're
roast
right.
in it.
You're right.
Yeah.
It didn't have any roast in it.
Yeah. The dark is not non-existent. There's no roast, no char, no
Which for a black
smoke or
IPA,
anything.
I prefer something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
This is freaking well crafted.
It is.
This is very well done.
To do this full time because this is just a part-time hobby. You know, I always fucking make some beer.
This is what you should do, Aiden. Don't question it. Move forward, full throttle. Put the hammer down and brew thousands of liters of this, thousands upon thousands, and ship it to the U.S. Get it over here as fast as possible. I'd buy this by the case. No doubt. No questions. Yep. Get it to the U.S.
did you bring a case of this?
front. Yeah, for sure.
Now, I just realized.
Big blue bear. This is smell-o-vision. I think you might smell some of that legalized tobacco they're selling in the state right now.